Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin appears to be already casting doubt on the legitimacy of next week's midterm election in his state. His election, it comes after a top elections official in Milwaukee was fired this week amid allegations she fraudulently requested military ballots and sent them to a Republican lawmaker known for amplifying false claims about the 2020 election. Johnson brought up those allegations yesterday when asked whether he would accept the results of Tuesday's vote. Take a look.
Do you commit to accepting the results of Tuesday's election?
I sure hope I can, but I can't predict what the Democrats might have planned. It sure seems like there's an awful lot of, in the past, a lot of attempt on the part of Democrats to make it easier to cheat. We want to make it easy to vote, but very hard to cheat.
Is that essentially, it depends on what you see?
It has to. I mean, let's see how this plays out. I'm pretty shocked that a Democrat election official was sending out military ballots, fraudulently. That's a little shocking.
So here we are. Mike Barnacle, welcome to the table. So here we are. I think we just have to, our hair can't be on fire. We just have to identify people for what they are. Ron Johnson is anti-democratic. Ron Johnson, he's an illiberal, and just like Orban, right? He'll accept elections if he wins those elections. He won't accept elections if the people vote against him. So listen, again, no need to scream and yell. Let's just put Ron Johnson down. Let's just write it down. He doesn't have faith in American democracy. He will undermine Madisonian democracy if it gets in his way of accumulating more power. This is all black and white, so we need to start. We need to just keep that list on hand and understand Ron Johnson considers American democracy, considers Madisonian democracy, considers the Constitution of the United States an irritant that gets in his path to power if he doesn't win.
And consider the cultural difficulty involved in this, because this is like a contagion. Ron Johnson is not going to accept the results of the election, right? So there's no need for some kids in Waukesha, Wisconsin to accept the results of the soccer match this weekend or Little League Baseball. You lost, yeah, but they cheated. They cheated. We win. It's out there. There's a contagion of virus
so Joe Biden
and infection in the political system that begins at the top. It will definitely circulate right down to the lives of ordinary people every day.
It also has to be said that it bends the mind to listen to a United States senator who participated in the attempted coup against the government in 2020, trying to grab the high ground on election integrity. He's the one who's going to be watching out for the vote. And if it doesn't go his way, well, they cheated. He's already laid down that marker. And to Mike's point, every time they come out and say that, you can feel it eroding things. Like just a little bit more. When you say it again and again and again, it starts to seep into people's minds. And it seeds the ground for, if I lose, it was because the other side cheated.
And Jonathan Swan, we have Republican candidates all across. I love the whataboutism. Well, what about? There's no whataboutism here. Like, listen, people still bring up Hillary Clinton. They go, oh, Hillary Clinton, she didn't accept it. Yes, she did.
Yeah, she conceded.
Hillary Clinton conceded like the morning after. It wasn't easy for her, but she conceded. But there is no whataboutism here. You have an entire party from Wisconsin to Arizona saying, we're not going to accept the results if we don't win.
I remember very vividly the summer of 2020 interviewing Donald Trump. And I said to him on camera, you have not committed to accepting the results of the election. What does that look like? And the first thing out of his mouth, he says, well, Hillary Clinton doesn't. And I said, she conceded on election night. What are you going on about? And they said, oh, well, she complained about Russia. OK, she conceded on election night. And so, what's different is, this time around, like I broke a story this morning which has lots of new internal emails that we've obtained between Trump lawyers between the dates of December 30, 2020 and January the 7th. And even on the night of January 6th, when the Capitol had been ransacked, the police are trying to secure the Capitol, Congress is trying to get back and vote, Trump himself was on the phone to his key lawyer, Cleta Mitchell, talking about the Georgia lawsuits that they were trying to pursue to overturn the election in Georgia. So they're committed to this. It failed in 2020. Really because they were caught flat-footed and sort of ended up being a debacle of incompetence. But what's happened since then is resources, effort, energy, intensity and planning has gone into this.
That's right.
And now they're dead serious about it, and they're organised, and they're training. Cleta Mitchell, the person I just mentioned on these emails, she spent the past 18 months training Republican conservative activists to be election monitors. They're going to be at polling stations and various other places in the midterms. So this is ongoing, but it's intensifying.
Right.
It's intensifying.
And by the way, the documents are out there. They're all out there. The texts are out there. It was a conspiracy that's very well documented. They were trying to steal an American presidential election, and we're figuring out, asking each other, how do we steal this election? How do we? And everybody around Trump tried to stop him from doing it. So he went outside, tried to steal the election, and they've been using the last 2 years to do it more effectively in 2024 when Donald Trump loses again if he runs, because that's what Donald Trump does. He loses. He really does. I mean, the stakes were, he went bust with the stakes. He went everything's gone
stakes
bust.
Weren't his.
Everything's gone bankrupt with Donald Trump. He lost the popular vote both times. He squeaked in. He won one time, but he lost the House. He lost the Senate. He lost the presidency in 2020. He's going to lose again, and he knows that he's just a loser. He loses all the time. So if you're a loser and you just don't know how to win elections, and you're Donald Trump, then you try to figure out how to steal elections, and then you find people that have rocks in their head that happen to be senators from Wisconsin who will do the same thing, who will parrot you, and you get Barack Obama supporters from Arizona who were on TV for a very long time, but who are so desperate to stay in the spotlight, they'll do it too. And so it's spreading across the country. And again, no need to pull our hair out. We need to write it down. We need to understand what they're doing. And we being people who actually love this country and respect Madisonian democracy and wake up every morning and thank God that we're a part of the American experiment, we, Republicans, independents, and Democrats, who love this country more than we love our political parties, we have to push back against it, and we will. Let's